Hey y'all! It's been a hot second since I have done a video because the world, school, depression, all that fun jazz. But I thought a fun video for me to make would be my tattoo video. I've been meaning to make these for a while. So I was at first going to wait until I got my Daisy Jones tattoos, and then I just never filmed it after that. And it's been over a year since I've gotten a tattoo, which is the longest period of time between tattoos since I got my first tattoo. But this also feels like a good time to do it because I probably won't get one in the near future, and that means, hey, I won't have to worry about updating this video. So I felt like this was a good time to do this. And not all of my tattoos are bookish, actually most of them aren't, but I hope you still are interested in seeing the tattoos. I will try and link most of the shops and people down below. However, I know over the years that people's handles and stuff have changed, people have went to different studios, stuff like that. So I'll try to hunt them down, but yeah, I'll do my best, basically is what I'm saying. I'm gonna talk about these in the order that I got them, just because that's kind of how I think about them in my head. And so we'll start with the one on my arm. It is on my left arm, just above my elbow, and it is a string of numbers from the film Miss Sloane, which is a 2016 political lobbyist movie starring Jessica Chastain. It is one of my favorite movies, and this is kind of a big climactic moment in the film. And yeah, as all Jessica Chastain movies, it's a, men are useless, I'll do it myself kind of thing. And I got this at Next Tattoo in Vancouver, with Claire. I think this was a walk-in, so I didn't make an appointment for it. And I'll be honest, Next looks kind of sketchy outside. It's like dark and there's like bars in the windows and stuff, but you go inside, it's super nice. Everyone is so friendly. Like when I said it was my first tattoo, they were so excited. I got my belly button piercing there too, and there was like a whole thing. But yeah, everyone is super sweet, it's clean. Like they showed me like, hey, here's the needle I'm using. I'm opening a fresh one. Here's the expiration date on the sterilization, stuff like that. It's really nice. And yeah, this one actually didn't hurt. Like, in general, my tattoos are mostly okay, like pain-wise, except for the big ones. But yeah, this one, it, like, for the part, like, inside, because that's where kind of your nerves are collected, that hurt, but other than that, it was just like someone was pressing on, muscle or whatever. So that was fine. Like half of it didn't feel anything, the other half was kind of weird because of the nerve thing, so it did hurt, but overall it was like fine, and it took like no time at all to do. Let's be real here, it's so small. My next one is also very tiny and I think took even less time to do, and it is on my left wrist, and it says Superstar in the handwriting of my high school math teacher. I had the same math teacher all through high school, and he was very important to me, learning kind of work ethic and stuff, but also in learning to believe in myself. And the lighting is gone because this is fucking Canada in February. Helps. Okay, continuing on. Yes, so that is what the Superstar is from. Did the sun just come back? The sun just came back. Oh my god. You know what? We're just gonna keep it like that. Fuck it. So I got this tattoo from Ink and Water, which is I think it's the place I've gotten the rest of my tattoos from, and I adore Ink and Water. They have multiple locations in Toronto, and I got this from Marie Lee, I believe. This one, really fast, really painless, especially because it is such a thin needle that I got it done with. And I adore Ink and Water. First of all, they have such a fun aesthetic. It's all like really minimalist, but also they have like neon signs and plants everywhere and stuff. And you go in there and they're like, hey, do you want some stickers? Do you want some free pop? They'll just give it to you. It's great. And so yeah, I really adore Ink and Water. And that's where I got this one from, I think in November of 2018. My next tattoo was actually not done in ink and water, but it was done by an artist from Ink and Water. So one of the artists who can do no wrong in my eyes is Pam, or @WildfirePunch on Instagram, and I adore her. And finding an artist who can do no wrong in your eyes is a really great way to find someone to do a custom tattoo for you. And that is the case for my third tattoo, which is on my right hip. For the other tattoos, I was like, oh yeah, we'll do small and dainty. And then I was like, fuck it, no one can see this shit. So I contacted Pam, I sent her some reference photos, and I said, hey, I would really love a coffee plant tattoo. I really like the way you do your flowers. I would love if it was just like thick lines, no shading. I know you're a color person, but I'd like this to be black and white. And I would like the leaves, flowers, and the berries. And yeah, I got exactly what I wanted. So on the day, she actually had stencils of a few different sizes, and we actually went with the biggest one just because it fit here the best. And I adore this tattoo. It took like maybe, I think, 2 hours to do. And yeah, it was actually not at Ink and Water because Pam was doing a guest artist spot at a place in BC, the name of which I don't remember, but I will try to hunt down. And this one did hurt, but not as bad as the next one, and also it was actually mostly the positioning. So before I got this tattoo, I was like, how do I dress to get a hip tattoo? And I settled essentially in being in a dress, and what happened is that we had hiked the dress up and like tucked it in and then also put something on top of it just so like ink wouldn't accidentally go onto the dress. And yeah, so that's what I did. I was very concerned about that part. Didn't just have to strip my whole pants off, which was great. And you kind of like lie on your side for it. And that was part of the worst parts of it, was because my leg just started to go numb under me as you lie in one spot for like 2 hours. So occasionally I'd be like, can I just like move my leg? Thanks. And the other part is it wasn't on the hip bone, but it is on the part that's just like the divot between your hip and your thigh. And that was not a fun time for this. But it was, yeah, overall it was fine. It was just mostly me being like, my leg, it's numb, can I move? Another thing I was worried about, farting. I didn't fart during the tattoo, but I was very concerned about that going in. I really wanted a coffee plant because, you know, me, I'm addicted to coffee, but also I've worked at a coffee shop for like 4 years, and also it's just really pretty. I just wanted it. And I got this in August of 2019. My next tattoo was in October of 2019, so 2 months. And this one I got it purely because it was super pretty. Essentially, Pam, who did the coffee tattoo, had posted this flash on her Instagram of this stunning Snake and Dagger rainbow tattoo. And I went, hell yes, I need this on my body now. So, yeah, that's why I got this one. And this one, I'm not even kidding, really has just no meaning. It's just super pretty. That's why I wanted it. Woo! Yeah, I just really wanted it. That's really all it was. It was pretty. And this one probably took like almost 4 hours. And it was the most painful one. So things I learned from this tattoo are that, one, you can really tell needle thickness when someone is tattooing you, because, yeah, it's like, you can definitely feel the difference because the bigger needles hurt more. And the other thing is color sucks so much more than black. Oh my god. So I think part of it is that color is like a lot more needles just because they're just going and like coloring it in, but it's also because they're going over skin that has already been tattooed, and so it was just not fun at all getting the color. Like, there was a point where I didn't think I would be able to finish, but we did, and I did have to take a couple of breaks in there just because it was getting intense up in here. But yeah, it turned out super well, and I love it. And we did the stencil a couple of times because my knees are kind of fucked up and so it was weird to line it up like in the middle, but also because I was like, I don't think I want a vagina snake. Please make it point outwards so it's not staring at my vagina. Yeah, this is my big thigh tattoo. And basically I did a dumb and my parents found out about it and I was like, oh dear, oh dear. My parents are not a fan of my tattoos. Just so you know, they are like, it's your body, but I want you to know that I hate it. Like, it's your body and you do what you want, but I hate it. My most recent tattoos are the bookish tattoos. And these are both from my favorite book of all time, Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. And the story with these is that I knew I wanted tattoos from Daisy Jones, but I wasn't quite sure what. And I was going through a lot of the song lyrics because she has the lyrics of all the songs from Aurora on the back, and I went through them and pretty much just found the ones that I really loved and the songs that I really loved. So the one I knew I wanted for sure was from Regret Me, just because I think that's such a nice song, and like, and baby, when you think of me, I hope it ruins rock and roll, like hell yes. And so I knew I wanted something from Regret Me. The other lyric I ended up settling on was from Chasing the Night, which is, if you're anointing a devil, I'll take my crown. And so I was talking to Cindy from With Cindy about the fact that I wanted these, and I was like, I love getting tattoos in people's handwriting. Like, I have that from my math teacher, and I was like, I would love to get this in Taylor Jenkins Reid's handwriting. And she was like, why don't you just tweet her? So I tweeted Taylor Jenkins Reid, and she responded, and essentially, I asked like, hey, I would love if you could write, if you're anointing a devil, I'll take my crown, in your handwriting, like, without capitals, and I would love if it wasn't like perfect pristine, if it was just like a little bit scribbly and connected. And she sent me so many variations, and I'm so happy with the one I settled on, and it's tattooed just like under my left boob, I guess is the best way to describe the place. But yeah, thank you, Cindy, for helping me with that. And yeah, this is just a quote that I really love. If you're anointing a devil, I'll take my crown. And so that is in Taylor Jenkins Reid's handwriting. And then the other tattoo that I got, which is from Regret Me, is on my back, kind of like just above where bra strap would go. And it says Regret Me in the phonetic alphabet. Because yes, I'm that much of a nerd. And I got these from Erin, I think, at Ink and Water as well. Yeah, to be honest, that was my worst tattoo experience just because there was timing issues and stuff and there was a whole thing about that. But again, very, very happy with the tattoos that I did get from that session, especially because they were from Daisy Jones. And I have so many tattoo ideas that I do want to get, like from the Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller, like, oh man. But I haven't had a chance yet, and so far I just have the two from Daisy Jones. And those are just all 6 tattoos that I currently have. If you're wondering, yes, filming those close-ups of the tattoos was extremely awkward because I was out, like, in front of a window trying to get lighting while hiking a dress up. It was very awkward, but we're gonna ignore that. There's also one where you're gonna find a different dress that I'm in just because I had to refilm it because apparently filming your own back is harder than I thought. But hopefully all is well with that. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I really hope that I'll be back soon with more videos. But until then, I will see you soon. Goodbye.